want you to come back home. Whisper to the receiver, I want you to come alone. Honey, I'm tired of and lonely and driven to my knees. I wish you could come over, yeah, baby. Won't you please me? Because you shake me to my bones the way you whisper, only way you whisper.
Just about everybody likes dogs. We as a band, we want you to be emotional with us. We want you to slow dance with us. But we also want to vibe with you. We want to elevate you. So we want to get you to that high HI place. This is the image in my mind. In the image in my mind, it's like, it's a dog that has climbed a mountain, and it's on top of a mountain, like smiling, like feeling the wind in its hair. And I have that image in my mind, and it makes me feel cheerful. One high dog.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, dance and swoon and sing along to the sweet sounds of Stephanie Ann Johnson and the Hidogs. Welcome to Band in Seattle.
I've been looking everywhere, just trying to find you in every face I see. Won't you tell me, are you looking for me? Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's been a long time since I had some of you.
I was always pushed on stage, God bless it. I think like one year at Christmas, I was like maybe 13 or 14. And my brother's friends took me to the Tacoma Mall and bought clothes with me and got me all dressed up. And then we went down to this place that's not there anymore. It was called Grounds for Coffee. And Saturday night. And what are you singing? I'm gonna sing Blue Skies. Like very nervous, very, very nervous. So yeah, I was pushed, but I'm grateful for that push.
It's been a long time since I had me some of you. Feel like forever since you held me. How those kisses melt me. Oh baby. Feel like forever since I knew you'd always be coming through for me. So won't you tell my heart, tell my heart where you'll be, and when you're coming home. I'm so tired of being alone. It's been a long time since I had me some of you. It's been a long time since I had me some of you.
Well, Dan Tyak had played with me before in a previous iteration of a band I was in. To hear him tell it, him and I always had a kind of a musical connection, and I know that he always had belief in my ability, which is it's a really humbling thing when musicians whom you respect have belief in your ability.
It was very organic, and it was a result of really Stephanie Ann wanting where songs could not just be presented, but kind of live through and grow through the band's interaction with the song and have it be a completely collaborative, creative process. That's just unbeatable.
Dan Tyak is a baby angel. I love him so much.
The way that my heart
So I was in Ashland, Oregon, working with the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. I had spent like 10 months there and was about to come back to Tacoma. And Jesse Turcotte started sending me messages saying, or you're coming home soon, come play this music, come hang out with me. So I started hanging out with him and playing some music in 2016, and through hanging out and playing a lot of music and putting a lot of gigs together, me and him and Dan Tyak, and we had a previous drummer named Ivan Gunderson rolling with us. New personnel is Arturo Ortega, so that's exciting too.
Stephanie writes songs as fast as anybody I've ever met. Sometimes they come out like in our presence, and we joke around and say it's like watching a baby panda being born.
Stephanie is somebody that just likes to get work done. Got a lot of good ideas, but also delegate a lot when it comes to what we do as a band. And between everybody, just we make the whole thing happen.
It started because it was time for this band to form, I guess, and it was time for us to put our heads together, put our various influences together, and make something I personally think is exceptional.
After the break, uncover more about the Hidogs.
I wrote that tune after going to see that movie, A Star Is Born, and the fantasy in my mind is that it's 2 a.m. and it's after the gig, and I'm dog tired because I have had my show face on for hours. Now I'm at home and I'm carrying all of the gear into the house. There is someone there to help me, and that there is someone there to hold my hand, and that there's someone there to say, yes, you have been doing all this work, and I love you, and I'm happy that you're home.
2 a.m. is great. I can definitely identify with 2 a.m. as a former bartender. There's a whole other world that starts at 2 after all the nightlife people close down the bars. Some are going to after parties, some are going to clandestine romantic meetings or whatever else. Some people are just finding somebody they can hold and talk to. But I always like to joke that I like being awake in the middle of the night because there's less people awake and sort of breathing whatever magic might exist in the air at the time. And I think the song kind of carries a little bit of that magic with it.
It's sometimes in your life as a musician, you'll have relationships that you really want to develop, but sometimes it can only happen after work.
If you love me like I'm hoping you do, and don't you come to save me, come and meet me around 2.
it's like a freight train and a snowstorm and a sunrise and all these amazing things. I mean, what isn't it? What isn't it capable of being with the classical training? They're able to sound like anything they want, but with what they've steeped their ears and their heart in all these years, and all this soul and all this history in this country, it's as unique and hard to classify as the band itself.
I was working on a cruise ship, and one of the dancers, a guy named Kyle, we were sitting in a cafe, and I was like, I think I want to be on TV. Like, all the cool kids I know they're all on TV singing, blah, blah, blah. And he says to me, well, like, you gotta send in your material then, you gotta do it. And I was like, no, I can't be doing that, no. And Kyle was really instrumental in gassing me up and giving me that confidence. And I think it was like maybe 2 weeks or a month after I sent that material in, I got an email that's like, great, so did you wanna come audition in New York or Atlanta or Los Angeles? Oh, well, I'll be in Seattle in February, I'll be home, so let's just go to Los Angeles, it's closest. When I was on The Voice, I was on Team CeeLo and Team Christina. Being on The Voice was challenging and it was exciting, but I think the thing that I will take away from it, I guess, at the end of the day, is that I gotta have what I like to feel like the best version of myself. And I really like my band. I really like the Hidogs. I really like being around those fellas. They make me feel most like myself. They make me feel most like I'm comfortable and I'm ready to create new things and go new places and meet you.
Hear my voice, it quakes. Tell me I'm your pretty baby. Oh, baby, take, you know I'm tired and lonely. I'm driven from my bed. You know, took me through your hoops, and now you got me standing on my head. Because you shake me to my bones, the way you whisper. Only when you whisper.
Whisper, it's the firecracker.
Kind of a rockabilly kind of tune.
So Whisper is about, when you're on tour, wherever you are, and you're away from your boo, and you're calling them and talking to them on the phone. It's about those relationships that really only stay warm because you are calling people about it on the phone. And whether the connection are good or not, that's you, that's your business.
Oh, it's about phone sex.
Whisper to the receiver, I want you to call my name. Tell me I'm your pretty baby. Oh, say anything, you know I'm tired and lonely and driven to my knees. I wish you could come over, yeah, baby. I want you to please me because you shake me to my bones the way you whisper. Only when you whisper. Because you shake me to my bones the way you whisper. Only when you whisper. Because you shake me to my bones the way you whisper.
When we return, find out more about the Hidogs.
Not a day goes by. Not a day goes by. If I hold you in my heart, we can never be apart. Not a day goes by. Oh yeah.
Jesse Turcotte is a multi-instrumentalist. He plays guitar, he plays bass, He's the kind of musician where if I put the bones of the house together, he does the walkthrough and it's like, where's the trim? It's this kind of a beautiful musical friendship.
I mean, first of all, I want to say I think it's great that we have a hard time classifying the band. I think the easier the band is to classify, the more preconceived expectations people are going to have of it. So in being difficult to describe, we already weave this air of kind of mystery of what you don't know what you are going to get when you hear us. Obviously, the breadth of influences is endless between that crew of musicians, and I think the common denominator, of course, is Stephanie's songwriting, but to bring those songs to life, we don't try to saddle the arrangement with any more than necessary, other than, you know, being inherently energetic and dynamic. The fact that we're free to be ourselves and that we feel accepted by each other musically is what kind of lets our souls like shine through the cracks of those songs.
You used to hold me close. Oh, we share what no one knows. And the sound of your quiet voice calling me in the night, it had me feeling alright, alright, oh, alright. Not a day goes by, not a day goes by. Oh, if I hold you in my heart, we can never be apart. Not a day goes by, oh yes, oh yes. Not a day goes by, yeah. Not a day goes by, yeah.
Arturo, we haven't played a lot together. He's our newest member, our newest dog. And the thing that I love about him is his enthusiasm. The first time we played with him, he saw our band play on Valentine's Day. And it was cool. It's always cool to be standing on stage and looking out at the audience. And sometimes I look over people's heads, and sometimes I look at people if they grab my attention. You know, in the middle of whatever song we were doing, and I'm looking out into the audience, and there's Arturo Ortega just being like losing his mind a little bit about what's happening. So he was a great fan of ours and became a friend of ours and has been playing more music with us. So really, I'm just excited to see where we get to go with him.
There was a point where they needed somebody to jump in, and somebody could kind of start right away in March, beginning of, you know, the whole pandemic. Right before is when we started working together, and we barely played one show together. It was here.
I was up, I was grown way before you came along, and I know my own business. I surely do. It's clear to me. I've been waiting patiently for a lover who's for me. Yeah, yeah. Take it love, take this love, yeah. Take it love, take this love, yeah. Take it love, baby, take it. Don't you feel me loving you, baby? Giving you all that I know how to be. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Why can't you just be glad? Is my love so bad? I've been giving you the best of me. Oh.
I want to play with my band. I want to play festivals. I want to go around the world with these three people. I want us to play together. Whenever we get to play together, that's a splendid part of life. That's a way for me to be in contact with a lot of wonderful things. It's a way for me to be in the abject center of the universe. And it's where I would prefer to be if I get a choice about where I get to be. Hire us for your festival, Glastonbury. Give us a shout. You know, we travel, we'll bring things, it'll be fun. Just hire us for more things. More Hidogs.
If you'd like to find out more about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com for concerts, photos, and more.